Hey, yo, what up, nipple suckers, and welcome to week 3 weekly recap show.
Or
Week 4, 3, 4,
no, you're right. Three. I'm an
3,
idiot.
because Dolphins are 3-0. Week 3 recap show. It's your host, Two
Third.
and Non, and I've got Kamish, Lur, along with gang members only, Lil Dill, and we're gonna about to run this shit for the next hour. It's about to be lit. What up, boys?
What's going on, B-Rad?
Stoked to
Nothing
have you back
much.
on the program, Lil Dill.
Yeah, man. The podcast spot was open this week, so might as well
Yeah, no one
hop
even
out.
asked.
Yeah, did you check my Excel spreadsheet? That's probably how you knew from my
Brad,
Excel spreadsheet, right?
Get the Excel spreadsheet out of here. I don't
Forgot
want to
about the
hear it again.
spreadsheet, honestly.
No one,
I, I'm
dude.
I'm I'm deleting the spreadsheet. Don't even worry about it. I'm deleting this
This
fucking
league is full
spreadsheet.
of a bunch of delinquents. We're not going to file down a spreadsheet like we're in St. Gregory again.
I know. I know.
Appreciate the pride.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
right.
trying to keep it organized and all that shit. Either way, sweet. So we have a lot to discuss this week. We had a trade happen earlier today. So what we're gonna do with the show, we're gonna talk about the trade first, and then we had like one or two hot takes. So we'll run through the hot takes and then do the regular game recaps. You guys know the drill with that, and then we'll do our week 4 pick'em coming up after all that. So earlier today, we had a small trade, little very, very little trade. Riley and Blake, so Homestead Honchos and Fuddruckers V6. Riley received James Conner and Blake received Amari Cooper. So first glance from me, I think that's a pretty even trade. I don't have any problem with it whatsoever. Like Riley needed a running back, and then apparently Blake needed a wide receiver. So
I
I'm
want to
cool
say
with it.
one thing about this trade.
What you got?
I'm surprised. This is like the first time in who knows how many years that James Conner is not on the Fuddruckers. For him to trade away James Conner, Blake must have been down pretty bad.
Did
Yeah,
he have?
James Conner's always been a Fuddrucker for the last
Always, dude.
4 years.
Always. I
Has he
think,
really?
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I definitely don't
Blake,
remember
like
that.
me to Zeke is like Blake to James Conner. I tried to get James Conner from Blake, but I don't even
Well, you
remember
know
my
Zeke is
offer.
still available in the waiver wire,
Yeah, he
just so
probably
you
will
can
be for a while.
have him on your roster. You know,
No, I will. I literally set an alarm this morning for 4 a.m. so I can get first crack at the ad drops.
I really tried to get Adam Thielen, even though like I had 10 out of 10 waiver priority. I was like, you know what?
Nah,
I'm just gonna fucking send it and try to get Adam
I knew
Thielen.
I knew him and Tank were going to be gone.
Yo, no one picked up McKinnon, bro. I kind of just scooped up McKinnon, bro. He's kind
I
of
thought about that too, but then I'm like, do I really want Isaiah Pacheco and McKinnon on the same
McKinnon
team?
is
And I'm like,
just like
no.
McKinnon is just like 80% of the time he's gonna get you under like 8, but then that 20% of the time he's probably gonna get you like 25 or
a nice
30.
little
And that's just
handcuff,
like
bro.
he's just gonna sit on your he's just like he would just sit on my bench because I'm not gonna play the guy because like
Hmm.
I just I don't
Honestly,
know.
like if you're pretty like if you're looking for like a low end flex, if you're that desperate, like McKinnon is like he can pop off any game and get you 2 touchdowns, bro. He's a vulture, bro. He's a big vulture.
Vulture.
But the thing with that offense is you never know like who's gonna get the goal line touches though, because like this week, Isaiah Pacheco I think had a touchdown or Pacheco, however the fuck you guys pronounce it. Isaiah.
Pacheco.
Yeah, Isaiah, right? I think he had a touchdown. He got a pretty decent amount of touches, but then the week before, like I saw Jerick McKinnon getting like all these different touches. So it's like they don't really know who they're going to use until the day of. So it's kind of like a crapshoot for both those guys.
It's just the Chiefs, bro. Like Mahomes
Hmm.
just he doesn't even like they don't have a set guy. He just reads the defense and whoever's open gets the ball.
Yeah. And then when you have Taylor
Honestly,
Swift and Kelsey's box, it just changes everything else after that. So
Oh, dude, that actually reminds me. Let's kick off with the hot takes.
yeah. Well, so is that all we have to say about the trade though before we move into the hot
yeah, it was
takes?
just
Like
a
you guys
little
are good.
one v
It was
one
a fair
trade.
trade. There's not much to
Yeah.
say. I mean,
T
number
Higgins for
one
James
back.
Conner.
What?
What?
I said just T Higgins for James Conner. It's just like it's two decent players. It's not nothing really going on. It really benefits both parties. It's a pretty decent trade.
Yeah, but I'd rather have Amari Cooper over T.
Yeah, I definitely want to have Amari Cooper over T Higgins.
Yeah, but well, that's true. But
Yeah.
Especially
Blake,
after those drops. Don't like to see that.
we'll get into that later.
That's a major no bueno situation. All
We'll get
right, so
into that in
let's
actually this next segment.
the what?
All right, hot takes.
Hot
Yeah.
takes. All right, hot takes, hot takes. Let me get into the
There's a lot of
chat real
chat going
quick.
on today. I don't even remember where the fucking hot takes were.
I threw it in there somewhere. Did I? Oh
Well,
yeah,
you mentioned
I threw it in this morning. So hot takes. We're gonna get there.
oh, we'll just
This is really bad radio.
right. No, because one of you guys brought up Travis Kelsey, Taylor Swift or whatever, and one of the hot takes was Taylor
Oh,
Swift pegged Travis Kelsey, and I'm gonna agree with that because Taylor Swift is the alpha in that relationship.
you think so?
I'm gonna say this because look, when you're in a relationship, you're talking about like, it's one on one. So like Taylor Swift sells out a stadium, right? What the fuck is Travis Kelsey gonna do by himself to sell out a stadium? It's
Hmm.
not gonna do shit. And it's Taylor Swift. I
Yeah,
don't care if she's fucking dating Tom Brady, bro. That might be a hot take, but regardless, Taylor Swift is like, I don't know, I guess you could say the LeBron of her genre, so to speak.
I mean,
I
she is
mean,
clearly like the most famous female, you know, music artist out there today.
yeah.
Um,
She has
oh,
Travis Kelsey's jersey sales went up 400% after that game.
she is carrying him. That therefore, if she asks Travis Kelsey to bend over, Travis Kelsey's bending over.
I mean, honestly, probably. It's just so like I don't want to talk about this too long because I've been seeing it so much on my social media, right? Like at the very beginning of it all, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, whatever. Like, do I care? No. Is it good for football? Sure. Is it good for whatever? Yeah. But like my social media, every other post has literally just been Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift, and I'm fucking tired of it. Like, just
I know. I feel like I need to
I'm good with
unfollow
it.
Barstool. Oh, here he is.
oh, look who it is.
Homestead Honchos, the one who brought up the or no, actually
Hi,
he didn't.
Yeah, he
Hi.
can't hear you guys.
what's up?
That was a good trade, Riley.
Tyler said that was a good trade.
It was a good trade. I had an excess of wide receivers. Blake had an extra running back. So we made a trade. And it was a good trade.
I
And
think you won it. I think Riley won that
yeah, I
trade.
think it's gonna benefit the both of us.
Tyler thinks you won that trade.
Well, Mari Cooper's a good he's a good receiver. I mean he dropped like 24 last week. It kind of
Good.
depends on the matchup, and I think Deshaun Watson's going to continue to progress throughout the season. So,
I'm only
I
saying you
think
won the
Blake got a
trade.
good receiver. I got a good back, and yeah, run that dog.
Thank you
All
for
right,
your
Locker
input,
Dog.
sir. It's always nice whenever you pop in here.
Oh,
Homestead's
Riley.
Honchos on the beat.
No, I was saying he won that trade because especially this year, there's very few bell cows in the league left. Like
Hmm.
there's really not that many bell cows, and James Conner is definitely a bell cow.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. Overall, like, I mean, I know you said you think that Riley won it. I think it's even. Like, they both had a need. They filled
I
the
mean, he didn't
need,
win it by
and
much, but if you had to
like
pick
maybe just
someone,
like by a Puerto Rican pubic hair, he won that
I
trade.
think Blake won that trade, honestly. Now he's
really?
gonna have imagine when Cooper Cup comes back, he's gonna have Cooper Cup, Amari Cooper, and Justin Jefferson, which is pretty stacked wide receivers, if you ask me.
This is a hot take, but I think Cooper Cup coming back helps Pakuga and Nakuka, whatever the fuck his name is.
Puka Nakua.
It's gonna open up the field so more, take so much pressure off the guy. I mean, dude, he was feasting with all the pressure on him. And then you put a guy like Cooper Cup in that offense to open up the field.
Did you guys see that?
I didn't hear the
I opened the Miller Lite and just like it just it's like
I didn't
went
hear
everywhere.
the I didn't hear the
Mm,
every alcoholic's favorite sound.
yep. It was literally just like the Miller Lite commercial when they crack open the can and like it just kind of foams up and goes everywhere. That's what happened right now, and I've never had that happen before. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. The other hot take that we had is apparently Dylan and I are gonna fight. So who wins that fight?
Well,
I
RJ was
mean,
saying that I have the reach, even though you're beefier. He's
Flexing
gonna
on him.
take you because there's hair pulling allowed because it's street rules.
Yep.
But
dude, I laughed
I
out
don't fight
loud when I
fair.
watched
I don't
my
fight
I'm
fair.
showing up to the fight with a buzz cut.
Listen, I'll grab your shirt and just fucking go ham, man. That's all I got.
I try to do the best I can. It's like a giraffe, just like swinging.
Honestly,
I
honestly.
mean, bro, if you can stay out of reach and still get in reach, if you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
that's strategy.
Yeah. You know,
That's strategy.
we can make shirts, sell tickets, and fucking get after it, dude. Hmm. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the let's jump into the recaps here. So I'll let you guys go first. So you guys can both do two, and then I'll take one game. So we'll let Lur, you can go ahead and start off. So which games do you want to start off with?
I'm just gonna swipe left to my matchup and do the first one. So we had the blowout of the Portland PPs and the Homestead Honchos.
That was a mollywhopping.
Moster basically carrying Cameron's team. I mean, Mike Evans and Stephon Diggs was 17 and 19. I mean, that definitely contributed, but the 45 banger from Mostert,
Hmm.
wow. I mean, just wow. Justin Fields, not too much, 10.6. His running backs combined for like, what is that, 16 points, kind of mid. But I do like Jamar Gibbs. I think he's going to progress through the season. Brian Roberts just on the fucking Commanders. Like, he's good, but like, it's the Commanders, bro. Like, they're a defense first team. They're just not offensively like talented. TJ Hawkinson, 13.8. Can't really argue with that. The Young Ho only had 7. Almost managed possessions like that. Then the Chiefs. I feel like Cameron always has the Chiefs. I don't know. I feel like he always has the Chiefs, but they came through. Well, they were playing Chicago, so that was kind of a no-brainer.
I mean, that was a
Yeah,
kind of just like a perfect storm of everything, you know?
yeah,
Playing Chicago, Taylor Swift in the building, like, come on.
yeah. You know the Chiefs were gonna ball out right there.
100%. They had to do it for their boy Kelsey.
On the bench, it's not really too much. I mean, Kirk with 15, it's like, a little over projection. Swift with 14, meh. Yeah, that's about it for the Portland PPs. The Homestead Honchos laying an absolute brick this week. Travis Kelsey and Amari Cooper basically scored everything for his team. But Derrick Henry only putting up 2. That's not going to happen every week. That might be the last time he ever
I
puts
got
up less
Travis
than
Kelsey,
10.
dog.
Or Derrick Henry, my bad.
There you go.
Derrick Henry. 2 points. Don't like to see that. Ramondre with just 7.2. I mean, he's playing the Jets. Jets are a good defensive team.
Mm-hmm.
Pakuka Nakuka. That's his name for the rest of the season.
Puka
Pakuka
Nakuka.
Nakuka. Pakuka Nakuka. He has a Q tag now with oblique, whatever the fuck that means. Like, bro, Ramondre Stevenson and Hunter Head combining for 10 points. Where was that last week, bro? Fucking unbelievable.
Yeah,
And then
that's
Nico
absolutely
Collins.
crazy.
Yeah, Nico Collins, which is fucking 5. And the Jaguars, yeah, did not see that coming, bro. Jaguars -4 to Houston's. Although Riley, you had your flex playing your defense. I don't like my guy. I don't like anyone in my lineup playing my defense. That is just like it's like shooting yourself in the foot, you know? It's like, yeah, one guy does great, and then another position loses points. So I'm gonna keep the yeah. I'm gonna blame this loss. Well, Riley underperforming and kind of bad management.
I mean, like just quick looking at his bench. You sat
Oh
Jamar.
yeah, dude. Yeah, you're bad. I can't. I didn't even scroll
He
down there.
sat
Yeah,
Jamar
Jamar
Chase.
Chase on the bench. Riley, what were you thinking? I mean, look, I don't like to use the boneheaded term too much, but that was a boneheaded decision right there. And look, with
Yeah.
me benching Garrett Wilson, like at least I had a reason. I mean, he's going against one of the best defenses in the league. He has a shitty QB, whatever. But you benched Garrett Wilson going against the or you benched Jamar Chase going against the Rams.
Especially when Jamar Chase was the second overall pick in the draft.
And he was due.
Big
Like
facts.
Second
the
overall
man
pick in
was
the
due.
draft being benched. Like,
It's all right. You win some, you lose some. And then Sam Laporta at 22. I mean, I can't really blame him for that. He's kind of like, although I think after this week, Sam Laporta might be like a set it and forget it kind of tight end. I mean, the guy's fire. He's a rookie. Like the Lions are a pretty high-powered offense. I think it's safe to say at that point, especially if they get Devontae Adams. So I know that's a
Mm-hmm.
rumor floating around, but could be huge. But
Adams in Detroit. Like I said, that would be out of pocket.
Mm.
would be fucking dude. The Lions would be so fire, dude.
And
They
you know
do
what? That would make me so fucking happy because I love Dan Campbell and like I want nothing but the best for that dude because he's just like the ultimate football guy.
Such a likable dude.
Yeah, and he was our interim coach for however many weeks back in the day, you know? So I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, that's wrapping up the home led honchos massacre, 139 to 83. I'm just gonna swipe right again. Oh, this is perfect. Don't have to call his own game. Absolute shootout here with the Fuddruckers V6 versus game members only. Game members taking a heartbreaking L to the Fuddruckers. You have anything to say for yourself?
Yeah, I should have won that fucking game. And hot take, I should be 3-0.
No.
Oh, we missed that hot
Not
take.
about this, but yeah, that game against fucking Blake, man, that was shitty. And the worst part about it is I literally last minute decision, I dropped Jason Sanders or not Jason Sanders, Jason Myers, Seattle kicker. Because I didn't
How much
think he
did
was gonna do that good. He didn't
how
really
much
do
did he
that good
have?
last week. And then I picked up Aubrey on the
How much
Cal.
is how much did the other kicker have?
Myers had 18. So if I just didn't drop Myers and just kept playing him, I would have beat Blake. And T. Higgins dropped 2 wide open passes on Monday night. Wide open. Like he could Darius Tony those balls. Like
I love how that's a verb now. Just Kadarius
That
Toney.
is, especially since it was in a season opener too.
Yeah.
yeah, like it was so that was the main reason why I lost that game. And yeah, that's what I have to say for myself.
I'm gonna quickly brief on your hot take of you being 3-0. I'm gonna disagree with that
Oh, of course
because,
you would.
well, the Bills dropped 32, bro. That's not gonna happen fucking ever. This was like a fluke thing, the Bills dropping 32. So even if they had a good week and put up 12, that'd be minus 20. Even if your guys still did fantastic, still would have lost. So,
Yeah,
hey,
but
you should.
that's like saying Mostert, like the only reason Cameron won was because Mostert what up 45.
Wait a second. I didn't even see the fact that Bill's defense put up 32. They put up
32.
32 and you still lost?
Yes.
Dude.
Sorry, you
How
don't. You just
heartbreaking is
don't.
that?
You don't.
Bills had
Oh my
9
God.
sacks, four interceptions. One of those interceptions was a pick six.
Yeah, the Bills
And
absolutely beast
they
against the
almost shut out the Commanders.
Mm.
But you can't bank on your defense getting 32. So that's not because, like, I mean, you probably deserve to win this one, but well, Tyler Algier was in your lineup. That's another reason why I'm going to say you didn't deserve. Well, I mean, yeah, you should win when your defense puts up 32,
Listen,
but
Algier, he gets volume. Like he gets touches. You know what I mean? Like
against
that's the
carries
reason I
more.
played him is because he gets touches. Like,
Well, it was a big drop in the touches this week. He only had 7.
yeah, he was put in the pass game a lot more, but yeah, Algier kind of a risky play considering I didn't have Eckler.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you did what you had to do. I'm gonna go through this one quickly since we spent some time on it.
Yeah.
Fuddruckers key players here were Josh Allen with 21, Moss with 22, and El Hefferson with 27, and the kicker with 15. Love to see that. Kyron was slow, Pitts was slow, Brees Hall picked up the Q tag and was slow.
Oh, geez.
James Conner with 20 on the bench, trading away. Blake, I'm surprised you're keeping Moss over Connor, man. I don't know if I would do that personally, but then again, I'm 1-2, so what the hell do I know?
Yeah, you don't know
Um,
ball there.
yeah, I don't know shit.
You don't know ball.
Yeah, so that wrapping up for the Fuddruckers, jumping over to the gang members. Herbert putting up 30, or 29.3, my round up to 30, and a blowout, or not a blowout, a shootout, I mean. Over the Vikings, Josh Jacobs, stinky, Algier, stinky, Higgins, stinky. Your trade kind of coming through with Pittman, 16.7. Like to
Yeah,
see
you're
that.
welcome for Pittman.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Pleasure doing business.
Waller, stinky, only 5. He had a lot of hype going into this year, but I don't think it's all technically his fault. Especially with the Giants losing Saquon, that kind of closes up their offense a little bit. So they kind of have to like rely more on the pass games, which puts more pressure on Waller. So that's kind of weird. Zay Flowers hitting 13. Hey, if you're flexing your projections, that's kind of nice. Arbery with 11, and then the Bills D as your MVP this week with 32. Your bench didn't really do too much besides 2-2. Yeah, heartbreaking L for the gang members and a clutch dub, very clutch dub for Fuddruckers, putting them at 1-2. So that was a big win for Blake.
That's a frisky 1-2 right there.
That's frisky, man.
Frisky. Blake's very frisky.
Another reason I lost that game is because Josh Jacobs is just not performing the way he should be.
Yeah, he just ain't the guy.
9 points week 1 and week 2, and
Yeah,
then
Dylan.
11 week 3. Like, he should be running his ass off trying to get that contract. I mean, he just signed the 1-year deal. He's trying to make his money. So he should be playing.
Well, I did want Josh Jacobs, but after the news that Devontae Adams wants to get out, I'm gonna stay clear of Jacobs. And it's not just
Why?
his fault.
His
Bro.
stock's gonna go up. Devontae not being there, they're gonna feed him. He's gonna do way better if Adams isn't
Yeah,
there.
but bro, hold on, let me get to. There was one. Okay, look, the Raiders are a train wreck right now, and bro, this guy, last week, this guy rushed 9 times for -2 yards. That is not just him. That's the O line not doing their job. And with Adams wants to get out, that whole team is just a train wreck. Like this year is going to be a tank year for them. They're not going to win games. They might play from behind, whatever. Yeah, he might get like 15, 20 here and there, but like I don't think we're going to be seeing any 35, 40 bangers from Josh Jacobs. I think the stock goes down. Because yeah, you take away Devontae Adams, but then you're not opening up the field. You're
Yeah, but
closing
the
the
thing is,
field.
though, is they're not going to have that elite pass catcher anymore. So they're going to be more run heavy. And the only thing
And then
I
the
care
defense
about,
is just gonna stack the linebackers
the only thing
behind
I
the
care
line and
about,
just
and the
stop the
only
run.
thing that matters is the volume, is the amount of attempts that he gets, bro. He's going to get upwards of 15, 20 attempts per game if Adams isn't
Well,
there.
he just had 9 attempts and he couldn't even get to 0 yards. He had negative yards in 9 attempts. That's a
Yeah,
big red flag.
because they're passing most of the time because they're down.
Bro, 9 attempts. If you have 9 attempts, you should minimum have like 25 yards. And that's like on a bad day for an elite back like that. To have -2 in 9 tries, that's bad. I mean, the guy can't even get across the line of scrimmage.
All
I
right,
mean,
yeah.
you're talking week 2 numbers. We're in week 3 right now. He had 17 attempts, 62 yards. I mean, granted, that's still 3.6 yards.
That comes
per
out to like
attempt.
3.5 yards an attempt, which is like, I mean, like bare minimum. And then the week 1, 19 attempts for just 48 yards. I mean, that's a team effort at that point. Look at the Dolphins with
volume's there, though.
Mostert and A Chain.
Tyler.
What A Chain have like? I don't remember exactly.
He had
I
like
think he had
300
200
something yards rushing, I think.
The volume's
200.
there.
He
That's
had
all that
200
matters.
something.
Yeah,
He
200
gets the
something.
attempts. He gets the attempts.
Well,
He gets the ball fed to him. Okay.
off some
Some
quick
games he's
math,
not going to
right?
run that well. Some
Yeah,
games
so like here's my opinion on the whole thing. I'm gonna break up the Lur Dylan conversation real quick. So Vegas is an absolute fucking train wreck. I agree with that 110%. My personal opinion, because granted, I don't know ball, but we're here anyway talking about it. I think that because they're so bad, they are going to have to open up the running game at some point. The offensive line may or may not be trash, but if he's as good as he's supposed to be, this isn't going to be the norm. I think that he's going to like pick it up at some point. What they're going to have to do is maybe not try to run in between the tackles too many times. They're going to try to get him out wide to get him outside to get more yards that way. I don't know. I didn't watch the game tape, but I don't think that's going to be the norm. I think he'll be completely
All right,
fine.
here's my last counter argument. Look at the Jets.
Yeah.
They just lost their whole passing game, and even the running backs aren't doing shit because most time they hike the ball, the whole stadium knows they're going to run the ball. So what's the defense going to do? They're going to throw all their linebackers out there and just not let them run.
Their
That's
schedules
my
have
rant.
also been very difficult.
I know, yeah.
The 3 weeks. They're not going to be playing that type of teams that
Well, they
like
played the
throughout season
Steelers.
all the time.
I mean,
he couldn't even get 4 yards of carry against the Steelers. I mean,
That's a good point.
Denver is a absolute powerhouse in the league. We all know that too. So
it's just it's an unfortunate situation for Josh.
He'll
He's
be
a fire
fine.
player, but he's in a bad spot.
Yeah, he'll be fine. I'm not concerned about him. He'll turn it around. He'll turn it around. All right. So you did 2 games, Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So
You're
we'll
up,
get
Dylan.
over to the Tuanon versus Sir Lamington III matchup.
Expect us.
We got the number 2 seeded Tuanon and the number 4 seeded Sir Lamington, Brad and Joey. So we'll kick it off here with the winning team by a large margin. 168.34 to 116.
That was almost a nice score. Almost
Yeah,
nice.
I know, right? One more point.
Yep.
Yeah, so Brad goes up to 2-1. Joey falls to 2-1. He was 3-0. First loss of the season for him. Starting out with Brad's team, we got Jalen Hurts with 19.8, almost 20, pretty damn good. Jalen Hurts is good.
Mm-hmm.
Know that.
We all know that to be facts.
Joshua Kelly, 2.7. You tried to trade me this guy, and you tried to hype him up to me, and I was just like, dude, he's Eckler's not even there because he's hurt right now, and Kelly's still not doing good. Like, so
it's also the Chargers. You know, I mean, week 1 against us, he had 15 points fantasy wise.
Yeah.
So he can do it. Like it's there.
That's the thing. Like the Chargers aren't really a run heavy team. Like Eckler's so
Right.
fire as a running back because he's in the pass game so much. Like he gets as many receptions and targets as like a normal wide receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, he
So like,
saw
you know,
green.
their run game isn't really like that, you know. So
Right.
But moving on, Rashad White, who I just traded to Bradley.
Mm-hmm.
7.2, not too bad, but not too good.
It's
either.
not the best. It's not
the best. You need
not the best.
You need to get into double digits.
Yeah.
But I think you made up for it with this next player, Keenan Allen, with 40
Goat.
little 40 burger. This guy just absolutely killed it this game, bro. Wide receiver number 1 right now.
Mm-hmm.
This guy had 20 targets, 18 receptions, 215 yards.
Bro, that's like some
no receiving touchdowns though.
45 with no touchdowns.
Yeah, but he threw a touchdown.
But he threw a touchdown. He threw a touchdown to Mike Willie.
He did. He did. That for me,
Bro,
I never thought I'd get a combo from 2 wide receivers.
Hey man,
You know?
at least Mike
Especially on
Williams
the
went out
same
with a
team on
bang.
your like that's
At least Mike Willie went out with a bang.
yeah. RIP to Mike Willie. To his season. Not actually, but Deebo Samuel at 25.1. That's what you want to see out of the Deebster.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Kelce 19.9. You know, that's average for Kelce. You know, that's what you expect out of your
Hey bro, his girl was in the building. He had to ball out.
Taylor Swift was in the building, you know,
Yep.
he had to put on a show. So
When you got Taylor Swift there, your boy's got to help you ball out, and that's exactly what Patty Mahomes did. Got him that tutty, and she went fucking nuts. So
Patty Mahomes is a good wingman for that.
he is. He is.
A good wingman.
His family's fucking annoying, but he's a good wingman. So
Oh God. Jackson Mahomes is probably chomping at the bit to get a TikTok in with
100%. 100%.
She's like, don't let that predator near me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Moving on to Mike Willie, suffered an injury. Hate to see it. Out for the year. What, he tears ACL?
Yeah, it was an ACL thing.
Yeah. So he's out for the year, but he got you 25 points before the injury. So hate to see it, but at least he went out with a bang. And then Maher with 11, Eagles D with 12. Pretty good from the Eagles D. Going up against a shaky Buccaneers team. And then looking at the bench, Pacheco, Pierce having 15 and 14.
Marquise
Brown 17.
I think that's going to be his MO the rest of the year. He's going to consistently get somewhere between like 10 and 15 points. I think that's pretty much going to be his thing.
Yeah,
I mean, bro, Dobbs looked solid that game.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Arizona kind of wiped the floor with Dallas a little bit.
Well, Dak doesn't know how to throw a pass in the red zone.
Dak doesn't know how to play football. Sorry.
They struggle with the red zone stuff.
Moving on to the Sir Lamington III, Mr. O'Neill, falling to Bradley. So he had Deshaun Watson with 21. Pretty good. He's got a Q tag, but you know, if he's probably okay. You know, he's gonna continue to do that all year. I feel like
it's a shoulder. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be all right. McCaffrey 22.9, average for him. That's normal. That's what you're gonna see out of that guy.
Crazy. I have some and I don't really know how at liberty I am to disclose this, but there was almost a blockbuster trade involving Christian McCaffrey, and that's all I'll say about that.
Oh,
you and Joey?
No, not me and Joey. Just through the rumblings of
Should I spill
Well,
the beans?
what's you can't no you
just
showed
the
the can of
rumblings of
beans.
P-Town fantasy football.
Well,
There was almost a blockbuster trade.
Brad, you
Any
showed the beans. You gotta
any
dispose the
business
beans.
between two teams is the league's business.
No. I
Oh,
swore
Brad aired it already.
confidentiality. We're keeping confidentiality. I
No,
can't
no, no,
disclose
no. You
it. I
can't.
listen.
You
I'm
can't
in
do
HR.
that.
Confidentiality is everything. Like we're not doing it.
Bro, you can't be like, yeah, I got some information here, but I'm just not going to tell you guys.
Listen, I'm
Like,
just dangling it in front of you like that old Geico commercial with
Why
a
the
dollar
fuck
bill.
would you
Like
show
you're
me
so
something if I
close.
can't have
You're
it?
so close.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
What was the details?
No.
I know the
I-
details. Should I spill the beans?
Spill the beans, Dylan.
So
Me
that
and the
trade
rest of the league want
that Bradley's talking about for CMC involved the Fuddruckers.
Oh, the Fuddruckers. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you
That's
even
not
know
what I
that, Brad?
No, that's not what that's not the one I was
Oh,
talking
that's not
about.
what you heard?
No. There's something different going on out there
Oh man.
in the P
All right.
Town,
Well,
universe.
I guess we'll need a side pod for this hypothetical almost happened trade.
We
Yeah.
can drop a
Well,
little 10-minute pod on the side, but for now, CMC got 22 points, and that's just him
yeah.
putting in work,
Yeah.
putting in the
Unbelievable, Brad.
work.
But this other guy, ETN, he had 17.8. Did
This
pretty
guy's just Mr. Consistent.
pretty
Mhm.
decent, Metcalf was 17.2. That's a solid week. Goddard with 9.1, not too bad. Judy with 13. He had to get some points in from that ass raping the Broncos took from the Dolphins.
So
Um,
crazy
Minnesota
seeing
might be
70
better.
there. So crazy.
70, dude.
70.
Most since 1966.
Dude, what a time to be a Fins fan.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And there's the bias coming out again. We all know it.
Oh yeah, we're all Fins
Oh, yeah.
fans on this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
This is one of the
100%.
few times that our biasness actually means something.
I agree.
So this was an interesting play by Joey here. He played the Commanders D against Buffalo. That was
I don't know what he was thinking there.
very questionable move.
Has their defense
from the
even
most
been
knowledgeable football player, fantasy football.
But then
player.
again, like on Joey's part, like the last 2 weeks, 11 and 10, that's looking solid. But they played the Cardinals and the Broncos. Like those aren't offensive powerhouses like
Yeah,
the
if
Bills
you're going up
are.
against the Bills, then yeah.
I mean,
off the bench,
it might be worth to hold on to him because in 2 weeks they play the Bears.
Yeah, but they play the Eagles next week, and that might be
Yeah.
another massacre.
Yeah,
I think he just didn't want to drop the defense because I mean their schedule coming up is nice. Bears, Falcons, Giants. I mean those are gonna
Yeah.
be 3 weeks of solid. So
Yeah. Joey's team had a good week, honestly. He had 116. I mean, he could have done better, but he really can't do much against, Keenan having 45 and Brad's whole team dropping 168. So it was quite the routing from Tuanon against Sir Lamington. But you know what? You guys are
Expect
both
us.
you guys both in the playoff hunt right now, even though it's very early.
Yeah. It's exciting. I feel like I think I've got decent depth. Like anybody on my team essentially can pop off at any point. Jury's still out on Rashad White. I mean, he did the first 2 weeks, but we'll have to see what happens. And I mean, Joe, year in and year out, I said it last week. He's just consistently consistent with his rosters, like just solid players from top to bottom. So yeah, I mean, as the matchup recap said, because I read it this morning, a complete waxing of Sir Lamington III.
Waxing.
Complete waxing. That's what it said. Yep.
Very, very, very interesting.
Dude, whatever AI algorithm they have, man, that's a waxing. I don't think I've heard that one before.
Oh, I've heard that term before.
Yeah, waxed.
So granted, I am older than you guys, so I've been around the block once or twice.
Brad's the old man in the league.
I am.
Yeah. The wise one.
The wise one. Hey, you put up 168, man. You might know something. He
Hey,
says he
listen,
doesn't know
man.
ball, but
I'm
Highest
just saying.
scoring.
Expect us. I don't know ball, but expect us.
no, you took well, actually, no. I was about to say you took a big gamble with 3 Chargers players, but Kelly only got you 2, so it was still a gamble, but it paid off regardless.
I see with the running backs, I went with the projections, and he was projected 12. Meanwhile, Damian Pierce and Isaiah Pacheco were I think 10 or 11. So I should have known to not play him because he didn't do much the week before, but I'm like, he might pop off. I don't know. I don't know.
Never know.
Never know.
Yeah. But moving on to the next recap, we got Bijan Dressing versus Better Call Big Al.
Yeah.
Big Al.
Big Al taking this one, 164.92 to Bijan Dressing's 127.18. Big Al here, sitting at number 1 on the power rankings, 3-0 through week 3. That's it's impressive.
Dude, he's just an absolute wagon.
He was
Yeah.
due though with that atrocious start from last year. Not even like he did anything bad. He just like
Yeah.
just got cooked on matchups.
Yeah, he's doing phenomenal start of the season. Great team. We'll go through his team first, winning team first. Jared Goff, 18 points, pretty solid. You know, pretty standard. You know, good 18 from your quarterback position. Mixon, 14 flat. Pretty good. Could do a little better. But I think he got a touchdown, right? If I look at the stats here.
Bro, like how is this guy projected 20 every week? Like I just
Because he's
don't
always
get it.
getting red zone targets or red zone touches. got
Yeah,
9
he had a rushing touchdown against the Rams.
Yes. Yeah. He had 19 attempts, 65 yards. Only 2 targets, 1 catch for 5 yards. So, you know, the tutty really made it a decent week for him. But yeah, moving on to Kenneth Walker dropping a 30 nugget. That's pretty damn good. Kenneth Walker, I think he had 2 touchdowns this game. Number 3 running back, 18 attempts. You just seen his numbers go up steadily. Week 1 he had 10, week 2 he had 18, and now week 3 he has 30, and he's going up against a not so good run defense against the Giants next week. So I didn't get to see week 4 matchups, but whoever's playing Better Call Big Al, you better watch out for Kenneth Walker. So
Bro, there's just something about the Seahawks at 4:30. I don't know what it is, but whenever the Seahawks play at 4:30, they just put up like 30 plus.
whenever they're
And
home,
everyone just feasts.
yeah.
I love it. When my players are playing at 4:30, bro, that just gives me a big chub, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, that was 4:30 games.
And now we're gonna move on to Mr. Adams. Devontae, 42.2, bro. Dropped a 40 piece nugget, dude. That is crazy, bro. Especially since Jimmy G had such a shitty game. Like, I don't know how Adams pulled that out with Jimmy
He
G.
he had 2 receiving touchdowns and 172 yards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is what happened after they took I'm pretty sure they lost too. I think Adams went in that locker room and said, "Boys, I'm catching the ball 13 times, 2 touchdowns, 172 yards, and y'all ain't doing shit. Like I need to get out of here."
Yeah, once Derek Carr left, it wasn't looking too good for Devontae.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Crazy
still,
how this guy can make anyone look insane.
it's crazy how they lost that game too. Like it was
Well, when your
pretty.
whole offense is run through only one player,
Well,
it's
that
kind of
game,
hard
the
to.
Raiders versus Steelers, that game was lost by bad coaching on the Raiders' part. I mean, their coach thought a field goal was worth 8 points.
I didn't watch the game, so I don't know.
Dude, they kicked the field goal when it was 2.5 minutes left at the 30-yard line, like in Steelers territory.
It was fourth and what?
It was 4th and 2.
And they kicked the field goal there.
2.5 minutes left. You're down by 8. They went for it for 2 on the previous touchdown to make it a 1-possession game. And then it's 4th and 2, 2.5 minutes left at your opponent's 30-yard line. And you're going to kick a field goal and not go for it. Like
They had
that
a lot
was,
of faith in their defense, I guess.
yeah. And their defense just they couldn't even stop. They didn't even go they got a first down like immediately. So, anyways, moving on. Tyreek Hill, 30 banger, another one.
That's just average for him at this point.
70 to 20.
70
to 20, bro.
Absolute feaster. Wasn't even the biggest feaster on that team that had 70. We'll get to that in
chain.
But yeah, 30 bomb from Tyreek Hill, pretty damn good. Expect that out of him. George Kittle, 16 flat. Definitely pretty good for your tight end position. Lockett was looking a little weak this week with 8 points. I mean, It's not terrible.
Lockett, dude, he's 8 points or 30. There's no in between.
Especially since they have Jackson Smith and Jigba there, JSN.
Well, he didn't do anything. It's just it's been like this for like 4 years. It's either a Lockett game or a Metcalf game. They
Well, I
don't
know
both
that,
feed.
but it's getting worse because JSN's there. Like he's good. Like he's gonna start flourishing this season at some point, and it's gonna cut into Lockett's touches, I think. But yeah, moving on. Nothing really notable on Marquise's bench except Sutton. Sutton had 19. Um,
Yeah, Cortland
Burrow
Sutton
had
really
8.
was the only bright spot for the Broncos, and he had 2 fumbles too, I think. I know he had
Yeah.
one that got punched out, but 2 fumbles? 2 fumbles?
Yep, he lost. He fumbled twice, and both of them were lost.
Yep, 2 fumbles.
That's
So
-4 points.
yeah, 19 points with 2 fumbles. That's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah,
So
he would have had 24 or
Bro,
23.
Loki, dude, Sutton has been hella consistent this year. 13, 11, and 19. I mean,
I mean that's the
put
number one
that
receiver.
if you put that guy in your flex, if your flex is double digits, no matter what, it's a good week from your flex.
I mean, Marquise playing Lockett over Sutton. I mean,
I
that's
mean,
like
that's not
that's the right
like
play.
yeah, it's a right play, but we have to get Cortland Sutton in there somehow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or give him to me, Marquise. I'll give you a bag of Skittles for
I'll trade you my finest goat.
him.
I'll give you a gumball for Lockett.
I'll
Give
give
you a
you the lint in my
jawbreaker.
pocket for
Or not for
Cortland
Lockett, for Sutton.
Sutton.
Give you a jawbreaker from Ed, Ed and Eddie.
But yeah, that's gonna wrap up the or actually no, I didn't do Bijan dressing yet. Yeah, so we'll go to Bijan dressing. 127 finish with the week. Kirk Cousins 25.6. Not terrible out of Kirko.
All right, hold on. We
Pretty
all
good.
owe Mike an apology, I think, for
I agree.
clowning this man for taking Kirk. Because, dude, he's QB2, 16, 28, and 25. I mean, Mike knew something that we didn't. And
To be
people will
honest,
say,
I don't think Mike even knew when he drafted him. He just was like, "Hey
nah,
man,
if
Kirk
you're taking a
Cousins."
guy in the third round, bro, you know
Nah, dude,
something or
Mike
have a
watched
chip or
QB.
something.
Mike watched QB on Netflix and he was like, dude, I need this guy.
He's just so wholesome.
Well, dude, look at the attempts, bro. He threw the ball 44 times week 1, 44 times week 2, and he threw the ball 50 times week 3. I mean, the guy just chucks.
That's also a reason why Jefferson's getting so many damn points.
He's only thrown 2 picks this year for throwing the ball. What is that? Like 135 times or something like that. You only throw 2 picks. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So I apologize, Mike, for clowning you.
yeah, same here. I kind
I'll
of
buy you a beer next time, Mike. I'm sorry about it.
I kind of roasted his team week 1, even though I mean his team's not as bad as we all said originally.
No.
It's
I mean,
definitely
during our preseason show, like we all gave his team, I think, like
I gave
1
him a-
star.
Don't give him a 1
star.
Yeah,
I gave him a
one-
3.
I think I gave him
That
like a
wasn't like
2.5 or a 3, but yeah, man, we got to put more. He's the 8th seed, but like we got to put more respect, man. Remember, like week 1, he arrived and like kicked ass, and we're like, oh, could this guy go to the Super Bowl? I still think that he has a chance to turn the season around if he really like, does something here.
Bijan had a slow week this week too.
That's what I'm
Everyone has a
saying.
chance to turn their season around. No one is out of the leg yet. Like everyone's 1 and 2 besides the 2 and 1 and Marquise is 3-0. Like no one's 0 and 3. Like
Well,
we
in
have
Mike's
a lot of
defense
people.
too, as of right now, he has the most points scored against him. 411 points scored against him.
Big
He's
facts.
he's that guy this year. It's unfortunate, but
Yeah. But moving on Mike's team, we got Miles Sanders with 17.2. Pretty good for Miles Sanders being on the Panthers, not gonna lie.
shootout.
It was a shootout, yeah. So he got his touches. Bijan dressing himself. Only 10 points. It's kind of weak. I mean, after having like 20 and 25 the first 2 weeks. But there's always gonna have those weeks. It was just a stinky week for Atlanta in general. Calvin Ridley was 7, another stinky from him. Jags just had another stinky game. I mean, can't really do much about that. AJ Brown finally stepping up this year at 22. That's what you like to see. It's what the high draft pick was for. What was this? He had 14 targets, 9 catches, 131 yards, no tutties, 3 red zone targets though, which is pretty good. But yeah, he did his work in the air. So I'd love to see that from AJ Brown. Fryermuth, 13.1, not too bad. And then DJ Moore with another 13.1, which honestly, like, it's not bad for DJ Moore. Even though he had 16 last week, but
He's
pretty
good,
decent.
bro. He's just in a fucked offense.
Yeah. Coaching in Chicago right now is pretty questionable, to say the least. Kicker getting him 12, Moody on the San Fran. Not too bad. Ravens D was 7. Any noticeable on the bench? Not really. Gino with 15. Yeah, so it was a good week from Mike. You know, he took the loss, but it's good to he still had 127. I mean, Marquis had 164. I mean, so even though he took the loss, it's good that he scored a bunch. You know, it counts for the points for late in the season. So, you know,
His team's solid.
Yeah, there's such things as a good loss. That's a good loss because like he put up numbies and yeah, so that's all I gotta
can't do
say about
much
that.
against 164 though.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
when you start getting like 150 plus, that's tough. That's
I would have
tough.
liked to see that matchup, you versus Marquise this week, the 168 to 154.
Oh my god, I know that would have been crazy. Like I have possibly the best week of my entire year, and I still would have lost. You know,
You would have won.
oh shit, no, I had 168. That's right, Mabi. Yeah,
Marquise,
Little
if that
lattes,
happened,
man,
Marquise
kicking
would have been
in.
on suicide watch because
yeah, fuck you, Marquise.
and still losing.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
but yeah, it's gonna do it for the recap of Better Call Big Al versus Bijan dressing.
All right, so we got one more matchup. I'll kind of run through this one because we're getting close to an hour here. Still gonna do it justice though, because that's what Burp does. We're on it. So I'm gonna run through the Broward Beefcakes and the Big Tua, aka Kamish, aka Lur. So Broward Beefcakes, the number 1 and 2 team in the land, currently sitting at number 5. Big Tua is at number 9. Broward Beefcakes takes this week's matchup 130.36 against the Big Tua is 114.48. Suck it, Lur. Sorry about it. You suck. That was mean. My bad. But
oh man, hey,
we're moving
on.
on.
I suck. I mean, it is what it is.
No. Your team put up a stinky against that. You know, I mean, honestly, it's not bad. It's really not that bad. Actually, no. You had too many single digit guys. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna jump off with RJ's team real quick. So Trevor Lawrence, underwhelmed. Projections were 18. Dude got 14.3. Jags are a little bit of a concern this year in general. I mean, I think they have 1 win. They're 1 and 2, I think. Maybe. Either way, Jags
RJ,
are.
RJ, you might need a QB, man. I got some QBs that are good. You know, I kind of want to love it. Let's you know.
I mean, like, you can't give up Tua, man. We're gonna make that trade for Tua and Brock Purdy.
I'm not giving. I don't know if I'm giving up Tua. I mean,
Tua on Big Tua, right? Like
he was on an MVP season. I don't know if I could trade away the MVP.
I don't know.
Dude, all right. All right. Lamar's on the block.
What the fuck? Really?
Bro, okay. So
I don't want him, but like, really?
I'll make this quick. Tua usually gets hurt against the Bills, so if he survives on Sunday, Lamar is 100% on the block, and Tua is going to be my right-hand man.
Breaking news. You heard it here first.
That's the big one next week.
Yeah, Lamar could potentially be on the block.
If Milano does not fuck Tua like he did last year.
Yeah.
Enough said. I know Cameron wants Lamar.
They're going to go for his throat that game. They're going to try to injure him. The Bills are going to try to injure him. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, moving on. We're going with James Cook here, 13.2, beat his projection of 12. Solid. The new starting running back for Los Browns. We got Jerome Ford coming in with 19 points. whooping ass with his projection of 9.9. So, sucks that Chubb's hurt. I really tried to get Jerome Ford. I'm really hitting the waiver wire hard early this year, if you guys can't tell. But like, this guy's gonna keep on just, in my opinion, gaining every single week. He had 24 last week, 19. He's gonna be consistently grabbing numbies like that. So kudos to you, man, for picking up Jerome Ford. Amon-Ra St. Brown with 19 points over 17. My dog, Chris Olave, he was on my team last year. Love Chris Olave. Tried to get him this year, but then RJ took him out from under me during the draft. Fuck you, RJ. 18 points over 15. Solid, consistent. Chris Olave is, like, in my opinion, the best receiver on the Saints. Bias, possibly. Who knows? But I think that's true. Mark Andrews underwhelmed, 7.5 against his 13. Jordan Addison kind of sort of showed up this week. Almost meeting his projections. He was projected 12. He got 11.2. So week over week, he is pulling up stats.
16 and 11.
Mr. Consistent.
Yeah. He doesn't
Mr.
get a lot of
Consistent.
targets, but the targets bro, he catches most of the balls thrown at him.
He does. He does. I kind of like how they use him both passing it and rushing, though. 16.1 week 1, 16.2 week 2, 11.2 week 3. Solid flex player for sure. And then Evan McPherson, fucking one of the best kickers in the league, 19 points, absolute whooping ass there. 49ers defense with 8. On his bench, nothing. Russell Wilson sucks.
Yeah.
Nothing. Nothing.
Dude, 260 million, is it?
For Russell?
For a pile of dog shit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yikes.
Kind of crazy that the Broncos are investing so much money and they're just complete dog water,
Dude, it's crazy because I was watching First Take earlier and like they were like Stephen A and Shannon Sharp were talking like, bro, the front office did their job. Like they paid the guys,
I saw that.
They got a coach, they
Yeah.
got a QB, they got players, but they're just I don't know, man. It's like ever since Peyton Manning came and won a bowl, they've just like slump.
Yeah.
Big time slump.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, and the thing is, like, in my opinion, the league's better when the Broncos are good just because they have that, like, historic factor behind them. I'm not a big Russell Wilson guy, so quite frankly, I couldn't give a fuck if they're good or not. But, just sucks, I guess. Because, the front office is really pouring all those resources in. Then you get whooped up 70-20. Expect us. And, like, it be what it be. All right, so I'm moving over to the big two now. Lamar Jackson, who could potentially be on the block. 28.18, beating the projections of 20. If you trade him, I mean, I know Tua is kicking ass, but if you trade Lamar, like it's pretty hefty.
Well, I'm gonna get top dollar for him.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to get like someone's one or two for sure. Alexander Mattson came in with 17, beating the 14. I think this is one of the better weeks he's had so far.
He would have
He
more
had 20 attempts. I mean, they were like, look, man, like he's got pressure on him, and I kind of like that because it's like if he doesn't produce, he's not gonna have a job. So it's like, do good.
Week 1, 13.4. Last week against Philly, 4.9, and this week was
against Philly
17.5.
though. No running back does good against Philly.
Yeah, I'm very thankful I have the Eagles defense. I love that shit. They're consistent week in and week out.
He's playing the Panthers this week. Love to see that.
Yeah, I think he could get some good chunks there for sure. Tony Pollard with 15. Devonta Smith, like I felt like he got more catches than what his points.
No,
say.
it was AJ Brown. Every time I looked at the TV, it was just AJ Brown.
Yeah, I think it's just because I saw like 1 or 2 receptions in a row for Devonta Smith, and I'm like, it's my dude. It's my dude.
They might be getting into one of those like DK Tyler Lockett kind of deals where it's like they're not both gonna pop off, but like it's gonna be one of the other kind of deal.
It's gonna be like a fair split. I mean, he's one of the better number 2s in the league, in my
He's a
opinion.
good number 2. I like him.
Garrett Wilson with 9, underwhelming from the 12.5. Evan Ingram with 13, beating the 11.7. Then we have Kendre Miller, 4.4.
I mean, what was I gonna do? Play A-Chain over
Oh, what
him?
were you thinking?
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? Like,
Dude, it was a streamer.
I mean,
He was supposed to be the top guy. He was supposed to be.
You had so many better
Who's I
options
gonna
on
play
your.
over him?
You had so many. That's the flex spot, right? You had so many better options. I mean, A
Not gonna play
chain.
Herbert.
I mean, well,
Gabe
like,
Davis is like he had a good week last week, so like I knew he was gonna not have a good week this week.
but like
And then I played Dobbs last week too. And he
Gabe
fucking smoked up.
Davis. I would have played Gabe Davis at the flex, in my
that's
opinion.
that's who I was saying too. I mean, it's the Gabe Davis, like the Gabe
know.
Davis, bro.
Gabriel
picked-
Davis.
I picked up Kendre, so I had to play him.
I mean, I
It didn't
guess.
pan out. And it doesn't even matter because like I was not gonna play Dobbs over him because like he should the bed last. And even if I played Gabe Davis, I still would have lost. So it's like whatever.
But like, so thinking about it though, Gabe Davis is more. He's more consistent though.
Who was the streamer? Kendre was supposed to be the guy
But he wasn't.
I mean, if I would have known that a few days ago, I probably wouldn't have played him.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. Whatever. But like, your kicker got you 11 points. That's pretty hot. So I mean, nice kicker
That was a
doing kicker
last minute
things.
ad drop too. I like that.
Yeah. That is solid. I mean, honestly, anybody on the Eagles, you're set because they're just great. You know,
Put up
Dolphins.
points.
Huh?
Sorry. I just said they put up points.
Yeah, always putting up points. Always putting up points. Dolphins defense 8 points. I mean, I guess it makes sense because considering the Broncos only they put up 20 against them. But
They're on the waiver wire now.
oh, you dropped them?
I'm not playing them against the Bills.
Oh yeah, no, big facts, big facts, big facts. But interception, 2 fumbles, 2 recoveries. What was the interesting?
It wasn't too
Yards. It was yards, I guess. But Tua on your bench, 28 points. Devon A-Chain, 51 burger. Straight up.
No
But like,
one
I mean,
saw that shit coming.
I mean, yeah,
Devon on
no,
the
that's why I'm like,
bench. You just
who
hate
would have
to
Bro,
see
saw?
it.
I remember looking at it and I was like, I thought Denver was gonna like kind of put up a fight a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they were looking, but like they're just dog shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, they're just a sad sack of a franchise now. But yeah, I mean, like, who would have saw A-Chain coming? And now, like, he's so hyped up. I mean, I'm gonna be very frank. I don't see him having another 15 plus point performance kind of moving forward. Like, it's gonna be well split between Mostert and A-Chain until Jeff
Unless there's
Willie
an
comes
injury
back.
unless there's an injury in running back, I'm definitely gonna hold him.
Oh no, you should absolutely.
But yeah, it's I mean, no one fucking saw it coming.
No, I mean he is great, and he will get touches. He will get red zone touches too. But yeah, you just got to kind of watch for the matchup there. Like this week against the Bills, absolutely not, absolutely not. But
Like
yeah,
a little no look shovel though.
dude, twice, crazy. Gabe Davis with 10, Dobbs with 18, Dobbs, whatever the fuck, 18 points, and yeah, the other 2 guys doesn't even matter. And that winds out the weekly recap for week 3. So, real quick before we move on to the pick'em, I am just gonna move into just going through the power rankings real quick. So number 9, dropping 2 spots. Actually, no, I'm sorry. 10 dropping 2 spots. 4 spots. We have the Homestead Honchos. Sorry about it. Dropping 2 spots. The big Tua. Sucks to Suckler. 8, we got Bijan Dressing. Moving up 3 spots, we have Fuddruckers V6 and 7. Dropping 2 spots and 6 is Gang Members Only. 5th spot, moving up 4, Broward Beefcakes, best 1 and 2 team in the land. Dropping 2 spots to number 4, Sir Lambdington III. 3, Portland Peepees, moving up 2 spots. Myself, 2 and on. Expect us. Moving up 1 spot. And then Better Call Big Al, best team in the land. Staying put, numero uno. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into some week 4 shit. Do a little pick 'em.
Rankings are shaking up a little bit though.
What's that?
I said the rankings are getting shooken up. People are moving up big.
A lot of
There's a
moving up.
lot of
Big.
movement.
That was a lot of up and downs right there.
Yeah.
Down
Lot of
3,
movement.
up 4. You know, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, tons of movement. All right. So for week 4 pick'em, let's just all kind of run through these kind of quickly, give our real initial quick thoughts and who we think's going to win. All 3 of us will go through and then we'll call it a show after that. All right. So, starting off with Better Call Big Al against Sir Lambington III. That is a 1 versus 4 matchup. Better Call Big Al is projected to win this one, 131 over Sir Lambington's 118. Dylan, who do you think is going to win this one?
I think Better Call Big Al is gonna move up to 4-0 in this one. Honestly, just because of the matchups and stuff. Like it's all about the matchups. Like, let's be real.
Mhm.
Who we got? Let's look at the matchups real quick. I just want to run through. Yeah, ETN going up against Atlanta, gonna feast for Joey, but Kenneth Walker against the Giants on Monday night. I feel like he's just gonna have an absolute buffet. Just gonna eat, feast.
Buffet.
He's just gonna, you know. And then Burrow and Nixon going up against Tennessee. You know, Tennessee's not that good. I feel like they're gonna do pretty well. And then I feel like the Raiders and Chargers is gonna be a shootout. So I think Marquise is gonna take this one.
Yeah. Lur, what do you think?
I mean, Marquise is on a roll. Nixon's consistent. Walker's growing. Adams is a beast. Tyreek Hill's like a guaranteed 20 at least. Lockett had a bad week last week, so he's probably going to feast this week, especially against the Giants. Yeah. Commanders against Philly. I hope Joey does something about that because they're probably not going to do that great. He's got Tank Dell in the lineup. That's kind of a never know what's going to happen there. CD's like it's good, but he's not dropping like 30 bangers, so that's kind of a so CMC's gonna be CMC. ETN's like Mr. Consistent 15 to 20, and then Deshaun versus Baltimore. That could be a shootout, or that could be like 10 to 13 or something. I don't know. So I'm going with Better Call Big Al.
I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to call an upset. I'm going to say Sir Lambington is going to take it, but by like a Puerto Rican pubic hair. So it's going to be close. It's going to be very close. I don't
Yeah,
know
that
the
will be
score.
Put on a
close.
shirt.
Huh?
So you should get that saying put on a shirt.
I shouldn't I? Oh, that'd be great. Wear it to parties and have to explain what that means. That'd be so interesting.
Hey, it's gonna be a
Um,
big game though. This is two playoff teams as of right now playing against each other. So
Yeah, this is huge. But yeah, I mean, you guys both took Big Al. I mean, I don't want to go 3-0 Big Al, you know.
yeah.
So I'm gonna be the guy picking Joey. It's gonna be close. You know, the projections really don't mean shit. It's cool, but I'm gonna go with Joey. All right, next matchup I got here. 10 versus 8. Homestead Honchos against Bijan Dressing. Battle of the 1 and 2s. So Dill, who you got in that one?
I think I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna go with Bijan Dressing. I feel
Okay.
like Bijan himself is gonna have a big bounce back game. That's gonna do some. That's gonna be a big factor. And I think AJ Brown's also gonna have another good game
hmm
against the Commanders, dude. I feel like he's gonna feast against the Commanders. And then Kirk Cousins, dude. I feel like he's gonna eat regardless. He's just that good now, like apparently.
Yeah, apparently, I guess.
So yeah, I got
You
Bijan.
didn't watch quarterback? I'm
Me?
just kidding.
No, I didn't. No, I definitely didn't watch quarterback. No way. Who you got, Lur?
I'm going with Homestead Honchos, man. Henry's gonna bounce back. Kamara's probably gonna do good. I mean, it's fucking Alvin Kamara off a 4-game suspension. You know he's ready to go. Ayuk solid. Jamar Chase is finally in the lineup, and he actually showed some life last night, so we're gonna build on it. Sam Laporta, I think this guy's gonna be tight end sleeper of the year. Sleeper of the year, not tight end of the year. And Puka Nakuka, slow game last, still at 12, but I think he's gonna bounce back. And of course, you got Justin Tucker to go, and Patty Mahomes. How are you gonna bet against Patty Mahomes? So yeah,
Bang
I'm taking the
bang.
Homestead Honchos. Taking the Homestead Honchos on this one.
Bang bang. I'm gonna agree with you on that one. I think Riley is so paranoid about the rest of his season that he knew he had to make some changes. And just kind of looking at his roster right now, I think this is set for the rest of the year. So I'm gonna pick Homestead Honchos on that one as well. Okay, so moving on to the next one here is a 5-7 matchup. We got Broward Beefcakes against Fuddruckers v6. So this matchup is projected to go in favor of Fuddruckers 125.12 over Beefcakes 110.72. Battle of 1 and 2s once again. So what you got, Lil Dill?
This is gonna be an interesting matchup. I feel like I feel like the Fuddruckers are going to take this. I feel like Blake's going to go 2-2 here, just because Blake's team's starting to kind of shape out a little bit, especially after that trade he just made. Getting Amari Cooper, I feel like it's going to help his team a lot.
Mhm.
I feel like, looking at his team, bro, Jefferson's going to feast against Carolina, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Jefferson's going to have a huge game, I feel like, so that's probably what's going to be the deciding factor. So taking the Fuddruckers over the Beefcakes.
Okay. What do you think, Lur? Fuddruckers or beefcakes?
Fuddruckers or the Beefcakes. Both are 1 and 2. A couple of them have Q tags. This one's gonna be close, I think. The projections don't say it's gonna be close, but I think it's gonna be close. I'm going with the Broward Beefcakes only because I think the Jags are gonna bounce back this week. They had a shitty week last week. Cook against the Dolphins. I mean, I'm just gonna be frank here. The Dolphins' run defense hasn't been that great, so Cook's probably gonna pop off for at least a couple. Ford's on the rise. St. Brown and Olave, I don't say anything else about them. Mark Andrews is also due for a game. Jordan Addison's Mr. Consistent. McFearless, Niners D. I don't know, man. Jacoby Myers in the lineup. I mean, he's got Jefferson. Stinky Pitts is still in the lineup. Like, I thought you were dropping him after the last week. Yeah, I'm going Barrett Beefcakes.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with you on that one too. I'm going to take the beefcakes and the upset. I mean, technically not the upset because 5-7, but points wise, upset. Okay, so Larry, you can't call this one because it's your matchup. So me and Dill, we got the Portland PPs, the 3 seed against Big Tua number 9. This matchup is projected to go in favor of Portland PPs 116.71 over Big Tua's 108.4. Cam is 2-1. Lur is 1-2. Who do you think, Lil Dill?
Be biased. I want the truth.
I honestly think that Tyler, you're gonna win this week. Like, honestly, like, just because of Fields is just, even though he's going up against Denver, like he should have a big game. Like Fields should have a big game against Denver. Mostert, I feel like is that run game's not gonna be there against the Bills, for the Dolphins.
And also, too, since Denver just got embarrassed, I think they're gonna come. I think we're gonna see a different football team on Sunday with the Broncos. I would have to
Yeah,
guess, right? They just got fucking embarrassed.
yeah,
If I'm
but
the
yeah, you
coach,
have
I'm
good.
looking at all of them and calling them a bunch of fucking pussies and be like, "You guys got to step up." I mean, that was embarrassing. And then
Yeah.
versus the Bears,
Yeah, but you have good matchups though. You got, besides Pollard against New England, I mean, you have Madison against Carolina. You know, Wilson going up against Kansas City, dude, another tough team for Wilson.
no,
I don't know, man.
I
This is
don't
going to
know
be
if
a
that's too
close
tough.
game. This is going to definitely be a close game. But I feel like you're gonna stick it out just a tiny bit, just because Lamar.
Well, I got Gabe Davis in the lineup now. I'm
The
1-0 with
Gabe
Gabe Davis in
Davis.
the lineup. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna agree with you though, Dill. I'm gonna take the big 2 over here. Just you got too many dogs in that lineup though. Like, and now you are starting the Gabe Davis. Like, it's solid. Like, that's it.
Bro, my team is
Game
like
over. East.
sprouting. I feel like they're low key like gaining some traction. Like they didn't start
Yeah.
off too hot, but they're dogs, man. Like bred
Gabe,
for
Gabe
dogs.
Davis,
Ingram, solid. I mean,
Angel Gabriel.
Smith's. Should I say fuck it, put HA in the lineup?
No,
Yeah,
no,
not against the Bills.
not against the Bills. I mean, like you said, I don't even think Mostert's gonna have that good of a game. Like, he could, you never know. But I mean, A-Chain for sure, unless they use him as like the red zone running back. But you see that they want to use them both in the red zone, so it's like, who the fuck's gonna get the touches? But it is what it is. All right, so moving on to the next matchup. I'm not calling this one, so this is y'all too. We got 2-on, the number 2 seed in the land, 2-1 against gang members only. Lil Dill. Actually, shit, neither of us can
Dylan
call
can't
this
call
one.
it either.
So this
I
is
guess
just
I have the. I
this is
guess I
just
have the
your
floor.
pick. This is
Tyler
just
has
your
the one
pick. But
prediction.
right now we have myself 2-on, projected to win this one 131.82. I think that's the highest projection out of everybody.
It is.
Yes, it is. Even over Big Al. Look at that.
After your
Expect us.
players last week.
Yeah, and then gang members only projected 111.35. I'm currently 2-1. Lil Dill's 1-2. 2 versus 6. Only person calling this one here. So what you got, Kamish?
Sorry, Dylan, but I'm taking 2-on for a few reasons.
Bang bang.
One, because Waller is stinky. Well, he could turn it around, you never know. T. Higgins apparently is just eating popcorn all day. The man's got butterfingers. Tutu's like rolling up to the roulette table and just
Plus his
throwing
name's
20
fucking
on black.
Tutu.
Tutu Atwell is his name.
Atwell.
He could feast, could give you like 5 points. You never know. Pittman will probably do you some good. Josh Jacobs is on a train wreck of an offense. Eckler is banged up. The Bills against Miami. Hey, we can say this with confidence now. The most high-powered offense in the league.
I'm not playing the Bills defense. My lineup isn't set yet. That's not going to be my starting lineup going into the week, but I'm definitely not playing the Bills D against Miami.
Okay. Well, makes my decision even easier just because your lineup's not even that much. So yeah, I'm taking 2-on. Your QB's solid. Keenan's just an absolute feaster right now. Debo's improving himself. Travis Kelce's got a very high-powered woman now, so he's got that motivation.
He's got
You have
that
Terry.
post-nut clarity. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
does have that post-nut
Yeah.
clarity. Terry's like, I don't know about Terry, but I mean, apparently Maher's like goated this year for whatever reasons. Eagle D versus Commanders, they're probably going to feast right there. Hey, as long as your running backs come in, if your running backs come in, then I'm sorry, Dylan, but I don't think you stand a chance if Pacheco and White have big nights. Yeah, I'm taking 2-on. Sorry.
The commish has spoken. 2-on. Expect us.
Don't let the gang catch you outside.
Man, you know what? I think we might have to throw hands after this week, just seeing what happens here. You never know. You never know. Listen,
Depends
you
how
ain't got
close
that
it
buzz
is.
cut yet, bro. I'm coming in, grabbing that hair. We're fucking going at it. All right. I think that's a good spot to call it there. I don't think we really have anything else we can discuss. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Good luck going into week 4, boys.
Yeah, man. Good luck to everybody. Dill, hopefully you put up a fucking stinky and I pop off again like last week. That's my parting words. But dude, immaculate vibes every single time when I got the Marlowe Bros on the pod. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, guys. If there's any major news between tonight and Sunday, actually, no, I won't be able to do anything between tonight and Sunday. I'll be at a wedding this weekend, but I will try to do a Sunday night show if I can. So we'll see. But if not, definitely a weekly recap show next week. So good luck this week. Yeah, that's about all I got. So all right, peace. Get out of here. Bye guys. Bye.
Going down, Cam.
Bye.